There seems to be a lot of fire and smoke involved in spiritual and religious traditions. I mean, think about your experiences at religious places of worship or even your yoga studio, and you can probably recall at some point smelling the burning of incense or herbs. It's almost a staple of a spiritual practice to perform some kind of ritual that involves smoke. So let's take a look at how these add meaning to people's lives and the types of incense that we use that come from deeply rooted traditions. I want to be clear during this video when I talk about incense, I'm not referring to these incense sticks. I do like to use these sometimes in my meditation or just generally to set a mood, but I'm really focusing here on smudging, which uses tools called smudge sticks. Certainly the most common type of smudge stick in America, and the kind that I was initially introduced to, was white sage, which comes in a bundle like this. Initially, I had a strong association with the burning of white sage with hippies, New Agers, and witches, and while those associations are certainly true, the tradition actually is Native American. Please, if you're going to add rituals to your life that come from these sacred traditions, that you keep them sacred and meaningful and pay respect to where they came from. Smudging with white sage is not something I do on a regular basis. I save it for occasions like when I move into a new house and I want to clear away the energy of whoever was there before me so that I can make my own imprint on this space that I'll be calling home. It's also a great tool to use when things start to feel generally kind of dark, heavy, or negative around the house. I'll just open up some windows, burn a bundle of sage, and do the whole ritual around my whole house, and I find that it really makes the whole space feel brighter and lighter and more positive. Smudging with sage generally looks like this for me. I pick up my sage from a local natural food store. I have a ceramic flame-resistant dish, and then I also use a feather to fan the smoke around, and this one happens to have been a gift to me on my wedding day, so that adds a little extra special element to the ritual. Once I have my sage lit, I generally start from the entryway of my home and move from corner to corner and room to room, fanning smoke everywhere, really focusing on the corners, like I said, and underneath furniture and in closets, essentially washing all of the air and energy with the smoke from the sage. I also like to say a few intentional words to elevate the ritual, like a prayer. And if you're considering doing the same, I highly encourage and suggest it because it will help you focus positive energy into what you're doing. After my home feels thoroughly cleansed, I just let the rest of the smudge stick continue to burn in the ceramic bowl. After I get done smudging, I always feel a lot better, and it's really cool when other people come into our home. They always tell us that it feels energetically really good. And that's really the best compliment you can get. You know, we put manual labor into creating a space we love, but we put a lot of love and intention into making it feel really warm and welcoming as well. That's gonna be all for this video about smudging with sage. Stick around for the next video, which is going to be about smudging with Palo Santo holy wood, which I use on a more regular basis.